Some people build companies because they want success. Others build them because they can't unsee a problem. Before he ever thought about being a founder, Noah Marbach watched adults around him slowly burn out under pressure. Managers stayed late, checked their phones at dinner, and carried responsibility that never seemed to turn off. They weren't failing because they didn't care. They were failing because the systems they relied on demanded constant human effort, and that quiet exhaustion stayed with him. At 18 years old, Noah didn't have decades of experience, but he had perspective. He saw how often good people were blamed for broken processes. Schedules fell apart and overtime spiraled out of control. Every mistake came back to the same place. A human expected to manage complexity alone. What struck him most was how normalized that stress had become. No one questioned whether it should exist at all. They simply accepted it as the cost of responsibility. Most people his age were focused on school or sports. Noah was focused on why adults with real accountability had so little structural support. He noticed how much mental energy was wasted on decisions that followed the same patterns every week. None of it was unpredictable, yet every decision still depended on someone remembering or catching an error. That dependency felt unnecessary. Hard work wasn't fixing the problem because effort was never the issue. The issue was that the system itself required humans to act as glue. And glue eventually fails under pressure. If something predictable still needs constant attention, it isn't reliable, it's fragile. That insight changed how Noah thought about work entirely. Instead of helping people work harder, he focused on helping them carry less. That's where X-Shift AI began. Not as a tool, but as a system designed to remove unnecessary human burden. The idea was simple. If a decision can be enforced logically, it shouldn't live in someone's head. People shouldn't have to remember rules that software can apply automatically. They shouldn't have to defend fairness. And they shouldn't burn out just to keep things running. Building the platform wasn't about being impressive. It was about being responsible. Every feature was shaped by one question. Does this reduce stress or add to it? Does it prevent failure? The goal was never to replace people. It was to stop wasting them on avoidable decisions. That philosophy guided everything. Today, X-Shift AI supports real operations where mistakes matter. Not because it's trendy, but because it's dependable. For the people using it, the biggest change isn't speed, it's relief. Fewer late nights, fewer emergencies. The system does what it's supposed to do, so people can focus on what actually matters. Noah's age often surprises people, but it isn't the point. Growing up alongside technology made the solution obvious. Many problems weren't human at all. They were design problems. And design problems can be solved. You don't need to be older to see that. You just need to be willing to question what everyone else tolerates. This story resonates because it isn't about winning. It's about noticing something harmful and deciding it shouldn't be permanent. Many people watching this have felt the same exhaustion. Seeing someone younger challenge that reality validates your effort. It says the problem was never you. It proves that better systems are possible. And that responsibility doesn't have to mean exhaustion. Sometimes responsibility just means building what should have existed all along.